Oops, wrong class. Here we go. Good afternoon, class. We are starting with our CO33. This is the last objective in the Unit 5, working with our ratios and rates. So tomorrow we will be doing review of what we did before Christmas, because a lot of us are having a hard time remembering exactly what we did over 2 weeks ago, which I get. 2 weeks is what, it's been 2.5 weeks. That's a long time. So we're going to be reviewing tomorrow. We'll do the practice test on Thursday, real test on Friday. So let's wrap up with CO33. I can write and solve proportions within measurement systems. So there will be times when you need to solve proportions with different units. Complete and use the guide below to help you remember those conversions. So these are very important to know how to convert things. Happens all the time in baking. Let me move it up just a little bit. There, it'll have to be right there. So, it does happen a lot in baking. Gianna and I like to bake Christmas cookies and Christmas dessert, and we actually had to look up how to convert stuff because I don't always have all the conversions memorized. I don't remember which one I really needed to look up. I think it was cups to quarts or something. But it's good to try to have the basics memorized. Okay, so you don't have to look it up, you just know it. So, how many seconds are in a minute? 60. How many minutes in an hour? 60. How many hours in a day? 24. How many days in a year? 365. 361. And we're not being silly. Thank you to my friends for being serious, especially remembering that I am recording. You're to be courteous to everyone. Joseph?
Wait, isn't there like a certain year where...
Leap years are 366, so there's an extra. We're going with just the regular basic year. It's 365. How many inches in a foot?
12.
How many feet in a yard?
3.
How many yards in a mile?
No clue. 1760.
Whoa. Nice. 1,760 yards in a mile. How many feet in a mile? What is it? 5,280.
Yeah, really?
Briggs is just being a smarty pants today. How many ounces in a cup?
6.
Not 6. 8. How many cups in a pint?
2.
2.
Oh, right. Yeah.
2 cups in 1 pint. How many pints in a quart?
4.
2 pints in a quart.
Oh, I forgot.
How many quarts in a gallon?
4.
That one is 4. Yeah, but a quarter of what? Yeah, it's a quarter, but a quarter of what? A quarter of an ounce. You have to know it's a quarter of a gallon. It does have quart in it, so you know quart means 4, but 4 of what? Yeah. Okay, so let's look at how we use this information. How many seconds are in a day? So we start with what we know. There's 60 seconds in a minute, right? That one we know. So we're going to have to go all the way up to a day. So if there's 60 seconds in a minute, how many seconds are in 60 minutes? How did you get that, Briggs?
I multiplied 60 by 60.
Yep. Because if there's 60 seconds and we want to go to 60 minutes, multiplying it by 60, because we multiplied down here by 60. So now we want to go from minutes to an hour. How many seconds would be in 1 hour? It is the same. 60 minutes is the same thing as 1 hour. So now we're going to go from 1 hour to 24 hours. What do we need to multiply by? 24. Because whatever you multiply the denominator by, you multiply the numerator by. How many seconds are in 24 hours? Chase? 86,400. So if there's 86,400 seconds in 24 hours, how many are in 1 day? It's going to be the same because 24 hours is the same as 1 day. Oops, one too many zeros. So you see how it kind of seems like there's a lot of steps, but it helps you stay on track and stay organized to know exactly what you're doing. Paul.
So to get the 24, how many seconds are in 24 hours? You did 3,600 times 24.
Yes. Because we knew there's 3,600 in 1 hour. So then we needed to go up to 24 hours.
Now we need to figure out a year.
So, yeah, we'll do a year another time, Finn.
How many minutes are in a year?
Yeah, we'll do that a different time. How many inches are in 2 yards? So again, we're going to go to the conversions that we know. We know there are 12 inches in 1 foot. So we know that conversion, and we're going to build that up to the yards. 12 inches in 1 foot, how many are in 3 feet? We have to multiply it by that 3. So we know there's 36 inches in 3 feet. 3 feet is 1 yard, so there's going to be 36 inches in 1 yard. How do we go from 1 yard to 2 yards, Paisley? Multiply it by 2. So what would that be? 72. Is it making sense on how we do this? Let's look up this next one. It doesn't have all the steps spelled out for us. So let's do ounce. How many ounces are in 3 quarts? What's my first step going to be? What conversion do we know? Maddie.
You know how many ounces are in 1 cup?
We know how many ounces are in 1 cup. There are 8 ounces in 1 cup. Where do I go from here? How am I going to get up to 3 quarts? Oh, I'm going to have to go to pints. So how many cups do I need for that, Colin? 2. So I'm going to need to go to 2 cups. So to go from 1 to 2, I multiplied it by 2. So that would be 16 ounces. What's the next thing that I'm going to write? 1 pint. 2 cups is equivalent to 1 pint. So if 2 cups is the same as 1 pint, the ounces stays the same. Where do I go next? Paul? Can I go from 1 pint to a quart?
It takes 2 pints.
Oh, I have to go to 2 pints. I have to take it 1 step at a time. So to go from 1 pint to 2 pints, I multiplied it by 2. So I multiply my ounces by 2. Now what?
Now we can convert it to quarts.
2 pints is the same thing as 1 quart. So if they're equivalent, my ounces stays the same. Now what?
Now we multiply by 2 to get 96 ounces for 3 quarts.
My question is how many are in 3 quarts? So I'm getting up to my 3 to go from 1 to 3. I multiplied it by 3. And how many ounces was that, Paul?
96.
96. Do you think it's okay to skip any of the steps?
No.
It really, truly, you can't skip the steps. That's how you make mistakes. You have to write it all out. Did it take me that long to write it out? No. Okay, it's not like your hand's gonna fall off because I'm asking you to write too much. Okay, you need to write it out step by step to make sure that you're getting the right answer. Ryan, if you need to, multiplying 32 by 3, do you need to use a calculator? No. If you're into really big numbers, I'm okay with that. This one, should we have used a calculator? No. Exercise your brain muscle. Okay? If we're doing big numbers, I'm okay with it. Let's do this last one together, and then you're going to do page 12 on your own. How am I going to set up my heartbeats? What's my first step, Charlotte? What is my first fraction I'll put? If there's 80, your heart beats 80 times per minute. No, it's not 80 minutes, it's 80 beats. It beats 80 times per minute. So we have 80 beats per minute. We want to go all the way to 13 years. So we're going to have to go from minutes to years. So what do we know about our conversions? We know seconds to minutes, we know minutes to hours, hours to days, days to years. So we have to go from minutes to hours to days to years. So if we're at 1 minute, what do we want to go to? 60 minutes. So we're multiplying by 60. So 80 times 60 would be 4,800. So now we're at 60 minutes. What is that equivalent to?
An hour.
1 hour. So my 4,800 beats stays the same. If I know hours, what do I want to go to?
Days.
I want to get to days, but can I go from 1 hour to days? No. 24 hours. So I need to multiply 4,800 by 24. This one I'm okay with you using the calculator on. What is the answer?
1,150. No, sorry. No, 115,200.
115,200. What do I write next? If I'm at 24 hours, what should I write next? 1 day. 24 hours is the same thing as 1 day. So my beats stays the same. If I know 1 day, what do I have to go to? Maddie?
You have to multiply that by 200.
I want to go up to 365 days. So it would be 4204800. So 42,048,000 beats. Am I done?
No.
Oh, I have to keep going. What's next, Amelia?
You have to multiply that by 13.
Do I? I'm at 365 days. I'm gonna-
1 year.
Oh, I have to go to 1 year. You skipped over 1 year. So I have to go to 1 year.
Even more.
Oh, goodness.
Just a little off. What'd you get?
Okay.
The number you can say to count to.
It's a big boy number.
Now I need to multiply it by 13 for my 13 years. And we get, I'm just going to write it. So 546,624,000 beats for 13 years. Woo! Oofda, that's a lot of heartbeats in 32 or in 13 years. Shh. So, do you understand how you need to do every single step?
Yep.
All right. So go ahead and work on page 12 on your own. Do every single step so you get the correct answer. Tomorrow we will correct and we are going to review all of the COs from Unit 5. So we're going to say goodbye to our friends at home and hope they are feeling well. We will talk to you later.